Was that an intruder? I need a weapon. What is up, everybody? It is Brian with First Shot Tactical, back with another video for you here today. And if you're in need of a portable gun safe or one to put in your car, we got the video for you here today. So this is the Onnais portable gun safe. As you can see, this little carrying handle here, but we're gonna go ahead and do an unboxing and overview how to use this here. But basically you can do fingerprint, RFID, passcode, as well as a key to get into this. And then I'm gonna show you how much room this has to actually store the things you need to store. So with that, let's go ahead and get into it. Welcome over to the mat here. Let's go ahead and get this guy unboxed here. And as you can see, this is a rather larger box. So I'm gonna try and keep everything on camera here. Get all this foam off now. And then get this flipped over the right way. Perfect. So that's everything that comes in the package here. We do have some pamphlets here, customer questions and answers to get started, and then also a quick start guide, which I'm going to be going over this here with you right now in this video. Also in this box here, this is where you get your goodies as far as the charging cable that we're going to go over. You get a RFID key fob to unlock it. You actually get 2 of them, as you can see here, which we're going to go over. You get some screws, and then also we have the actual kind of padlock type keys for the safe as well. So that does it for the unboxing here. Let's actually talk about how to get this set up so that way you can use it now. All right, so the first thing you want to do when you get your safe is charge it. So what I'm going to do now is plug this in, and when we do so, you can see it's going to light up, and then this indicator here will tell us when it's charged. As you can see, it's blinking right now. That means it is charging currently. And when it goes solid, that means it is fully charged and ready to use. All right, I waited a little bit here, and as you can see, the light is solid, which means the safe is now charged, and let's go ahead and get it set up. So to go ahead and set our fingerprints, passcodes, and all that good stuff here, the first thing we wanna do is let's get into it, and we're gonna use the key to do so. So you can simply insert it here, we're gonna turn it right, and that'll pop it right open. Once inside here, you can see we do have some goodies, such as a lock to fasten it to, let's say, inside a car. We have a divider here, as you can see, where you can, kind of store documents or anything on this plastic piece, and then store it in there. And then also we have this foam piece that you can actually customize. You can see it's already kind of pre-cut. So once you get your firearm in here, you can kind of pull out the squares needed, so that way this has a snug fit in there. Also on the door here, as you can see, there is like a zipper compartment that you can use, so that's pretty nifty as well. And now to actually set this up, you can see it says OK, set, and exit, and we're gonna use these buttons to go ahead and get our passwords set up. So I went ahead and zoomed in here so that way you can see what I'm doing. So to get this set initially here, we're gonna push the set button. And now I can enter a code that is 5 to 15 digits. So let's just do 1. And then after you set it, push OK.
Please enter new administrator password again.
And then push OK again.
Password set successfully. Please register fingerprint. Please enter finger.
Now we can go ahead and do our finger on here.
Fingerprint registration successful. Please register your card.
So now we're going to go ahead and register our RFID cards.
Card registration successful. Exit settings.
So we got our first card set up, but let's go ahead and set up our second card that we have here. So to do so, we want to press set again.
Press 1 to register your fingerprint. Press 2 for registration card. Press 3 to delete user. Press 4 to check current battery level. Press 5 to mute.
And then we're going to go ahead and press 2 for another card.
Please register your card. Card registration successful.
Perfect. And it's as simple as that. Now we have both of our key cards set up. We know our keys that we use to get in work as well. We now have our passcode set, and we also registered a fingerprint on file. If we want to add another fingerprint to this, we can go to the set button again here and select the right setting.
Press 1 to register your fingerprint. Press 2. Please enter finger.
So now we can do an index finger, let's say.
Fingerprint registration successful.
And now we have another fingerprint on it. So the cool thing about the fingerprint part as well is you can add up to 50 different sets of fingerprints. So obviously I have my thumb and index finger, but I'm also gonna do all my other fingers just in case, but I'm also gonna have my wife, she's gonna go ahead and put her fingerprints on here as well, so that way she has access to it as well. Awesome, so with our safe set up now, let's go ahead and check it, make sure all of our entry points work. The first one we can try again is our key, and that works. And then let's try one of our access cards. And that works. Now let's try our other access card. And that one works as well. Now let's try our passcode. And that works as well. And now let's try my fingerprint here. And that works as well. So now that your safe's all set up here, let's actually talk about the features and how you can actually utilize this. So the first thing I want to talk about here is the portability of this. As you can see, it is a very portable. It's heavy, but not too heavy. It does have a carry handle here on as well. So if you're carrying it out to your car to put it in there, you have that. And I think one of the coolest things or issues that this safe solves is keeping a gun in your car. One of my friends works for the police department, and they said the #1 way guns get stolen is in cars. So while it's great to keep a gun in the car, whether it be the glove box or under a seat, it's very accessible and a burglar could still take your gun. So what you'll do with this is basically go around any part that is very sturdy in your car, like let's say, a frame under your seat, and you're gonna loop this around it, and it can't go anywhere then. And then on the other end here, you have this little tab here, and this can actually slide in on this back side, like so. So now when you shut your safe, it's gonna be locked, and they can't take your gun out as well as just steal the whole safe. It's gonna be secured to your car. Then if you wanna take your whole safe out of the car, it's as simple as opening it again, and then you can just slide that wire out, and your safe is now portable again. So to me, that's a pretty awesome feature right there as far as keeping a gun in your car. This is the way to do it for sure. All right, next up, let's actually talk about what you can fit in this. So for example, here I have a couple firearms to showcase. Here I have a Glock 19 Gen 4, probably the most common handgun in America. And I'm gonna load a mag in, and as you can see, fits with plenty of room, enough to where I even have a spare magazine with an extended base plate, and I can set that in there. Or I can even put the extended mag in the gun, set it in here, and then have the other mag on the side. So there's plenty of room to fit a Glock 19 in here. Next up, I have a Smith & Wesson M&P 9 Shield Plus, very common concealed carry handgun. And as you can see, this is a smaller gun, so it fits in there very easily. And then another very common handgun is a SIG P365. This is the XL, so the biggest one of it. For concealed carry, and you can see that fits in just fine. And to the point where you can actually take the M&P shield here, and you can probably actually fit both of them in. So if you have one for yourself, one for your wife or significant other, you can go ahead and pack both of those. And also you could probably even throw in like a spare mag. I know that's a Glock mag, but you can put the other mags in there just fine. Next up, I have here a 5-inch 1911 handgun, also a good option. And as you can see, this is a full-size 5-inch barrel, and still it fits in. You can put some extra mags here, or again, you could also have that one in here, and you could even fit in, let's say, the M&P Shield 9 Plus just fine. Last example I have here then is a Springfield Prodigy 4 1/4, but this also has the flashlight, extended mag with a red dot, and as you can see, with all of that stuff on it, it still fits in just fine. Throw some extra mags in there, and you're good to go. So this basically fits any handgun you might have. One other thing that's pretty cool you can do is here I have my holster with my SIG P365 XL and the spare magazine, and this thing is big enough to where you can actually put your whole holster in here. So again, if this is something you keep in your car, or let's say you're going out and you're going to a place where you can't take your gun in, you can just put your whole holster in here with your gun, magazine, lock it up in your car. You know it's safe. It'll be hooked up as well, like I talked about. And then when you get back into your car, you can go ahead and get this back on your appendix, and you're good to go. So not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed with the size of this thing as far as fitting any need you might have from a handgun standpoint. So definitely an overall plus for this. All right, so in its final setup here, this is how I'm probably gonna run it here. Just have a Glock 19, 2 mags, 1 mag in there, and then I could even like throw some cash. There's that little pocket here on the lid as I talked about. Throw that in there just in case, and then I can go ahead and shut this guy, and it's good to go. If I'm gonna take it with me in the car, I can go ahead and open it here, use that cord that I have here, tie this around a, some kind of frame part in the car, and then go ahead and use this lock here on the back, slide it in, shut it, and now it's on there. And nobody can steal this from my car then. All right, so final thoughts here. I think this is an awesome portable gun safe. If you're looking for one that stores just, like one handgun here with a couple mags, or you wanna keep this in your car like I talked about, secure it in so that way no one steals it from your glove box. Or also if you have children and you wanna have access to a firearm quickly, let's say you hear something in the middle of the night, you can use your fingerprint real quick, have access to that firearm, but your kids cannot get into this. This is a great choice, I would say.